my lifestyle. I'm the new thing with a bright smile. Catch me when I'm out in public, always show them love, and I know they love it. Give you a reason to love me this season. I'm taking my chances, I hope it enhances my...
Welcome to America's podcast. Today we have on Officer X to explain the reason why. He is actually a police officer, and he does some undercover work, and didn't want to have his face in here or say his name. So
yes.
So how's it going, man?
Going pretty good. Pretty good. It's hot out there, but happy Father's Day to everybody out there.
Happy Father's Day. Father's Day edition.
Yes. Other than that, I can't complain. Just living the dream, I guess.
So how was your fishing the other day?
Pretty good. I caught one bass, and I actually went back this morning to check my catfish lines, and yeah, that was a no-go. And I pulled out 2 more bass today. Probably maybe, I think, a pound and a half and a pounder. I let 2 get away. Other than that, I think it's too hot to fish right now. So I'm gonna probably take a break maybe another week, couple weeks. Just do some night fishing, you know. So yeah.
Do you do better at night, or does
I actually do better at night? Yeah, really? I do a whole lot better at night. I don't know why. I don't know if it's I'm getting out there too late, but I'm getting out there about maybe like 7:30, 8 o'clock. I may pull out maybe like 3 or 4 in maybe a couple hours. Compared to at night, I can pull out 8 or 9 in a matter of a couple hours.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Some of those gonna be like maybe 3 pounders. I done pulled out a 4 pounder. I done pulled out an 8. All bass. Yeah, all bass. I haven't did no bluegills or catfish. I've been going for catfish the last couple weeks here, and it's been unsuccessful. So I may end up going to like a farmer's market or a meat market and just buy me some catfish. Unless I find another spot to go to. So
yeah, me and Rachel have found some. We found some good catfish at I don't know if it was Costco or what, but what she did was she took it and she made like a breading. I think it was like almond flour or something, and it was really good.
I tried a recipe today. Battered it in some Louisiana hot sauce, and then put it in the batter, and it was okay. You know, I saw a recipe online where it called for Frank's Red Hot. You know, but he did that with crappie, and I was like, nah, I got bass, so we tried bass, and it was okay.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So when you're fishing at night, is it like actually like after dark, or?
I left last night at like 10 o'clock.
Dang.
And the only reason I left was I got a phone call saying, hey, where you at? Why you not at home? And I was like, oh, well, you know, I thought I told you I was going fishing. So yeah, if my girl didn't call me, I probably would have stayed up to about 10:30, 11 o'clock.
Jesus.
And I got out there late. I got out there like around like 6:45 or 7. But at the same time, the sun was still kind of up. So, you know, it's up in the air.
Yeah.
You know, especially with the heat, you know. But let me see. I'm going to say maybe like 2 or 3 weeks ago when it was a little bit cooler, my fishing was phenomenal. Phenomenal. We pulled out, like I say, 6 or 7 easily in the matter of a couple hours. So, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I need to go fishing. With you, hopefully, because it seems like you know what you're doing.
Oh, yeah. Look, whenever you're ready to go. Hey, I got the truck. We can jump in the car. Then I gave my granddad the truck. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? But I try to fish at least once a week now. You know, with me working so much, man, I work an average of 60 hours, I think, for the past month and a half.
How many days are you working?
Every day.
Every day?
Every day. I worked every day. I worked. I was off. Matter of fact, I had one day off last Sunday, and that was just on standby. But I pretty much worked every day. And when I say every day, is every day out here in this hot sun, just for the simple fact that, you know, we got all the protests going on downtown. So we got to go down there and be on standby for that, then be on standby for other protests throughout the city and throughout the county.
True.
So, you know, protests. And then on top of my normal work hours, whether, you know what I'm saying, I go in early or get off late, which that's what I've been doing every day this week, either going in early and staying late or going in on time and getting off late. You know, but either way, something's gonna happen. Either I'm going in early and getting off late, or going in on time and getting off early. Going in on time and getting off late. So, I've been giving 60 plus hours back to the community. So
yeah,
I'm tired. I'm tired, boss.
So does the protest and everything like that, is it interfering with like your usual like day-to-day type stuff?
My home life, yeah, definitely the home life. Cause like I said, normally I get off like around 5 or 6, and by the time I'm getting off work, I can come home, I can kind of relax and wind down and get up for the next day. You know what I'm saying? But with the protests, you getting off and you going straight down there to the port for the protesting call out. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, man, I know I went in one day at like 4 in the morning, 4:30. I got up about 4:30. Got to be to work at 5, and I got off that night around 11 or 12 o'clock that night. Yeah, yeah.
So when do you have to, like, if you work something like that, when do you have to come back in? Do they like, hey, we realized you were here for forever?
It depends, but they. Oh no, you still gotta be back at work the next morning. Yeah. Now you may be able to go in like an hour late, if that, but for the most part, you back at work at 9 o'clock. Some guys at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Just depend on how many hours. Now, if you work 16 hours, you know what I'm saying? Some instances you been work more than 16 hours, then they're not gonna expect you to come right back in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because at the same time, your health come first.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. My health come first. And if I'm not in the right mind frame and just all in all, you know what I'm saying, 100% or even 80% to go out there and give what I need to give back to the county and come back home the next day, then I'm not going right back into work at 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock the next morning. You know what I'm saying? The supervisor understand it, you know what I'm saying? You just adjust your time. If you come in late, you leave late. You know what I'm saying? If you come in early, you may leave early. It's flexible. You know what I'm saying? So it's cool. It's just really the heat. You know what I'm saying?
I bet.
Really the heat, because every day it's been like 90, 95. I think the heat index feel like it's 100.
Yeah, one day we got in Rachel's car and it said 102.
Yeah,
I was like,
exactly.
Jesus.
Yeah, so this heat playing a big part of it. Which I could work every day. I don't mind working every day, but when you add this heat into it, and then crazy hours and not eating and eating this and eating that, you know what I'm saying, it kind of take a toll on you after a while. So
yeah,
then especially when you missing your family and your home life and your everyday life after work. You know what I'm saying? Which they say policing is 24/7, but at the same time, it's like, it's actually 24/7, and I'm not going home but to eat, sleep, and shit,
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that's about it.
Dang.
So,
man, like, even when I was in the military, sometimes we worked some crazy hours, but like, it was nothing like that.
yeah, one day we worked, I gave 24, 25 hours. You know what I'm saying? Because working homicides, you fresh on a homicide suspect. The show First 48.
Yeah,
Like, it's real. It's real. The first 48 hours real critical, and we don't stop till we get him. Especially we got a hot trail on him.
yeah,
And some of them days we done work 24, 25 hours straight, and actually took the guy in custody. So it was a good day all in all. You know what I'm saying? You got to tell the family, hey, I got the suspect that killed your dad, your mom, your cousin, your uncle, your aunt, your brother, your sister. You know what I'm saying? He be going away for the rest of his life, hopefully. So
yeah,
little stuff like this kind of rewarding. So I don't mind doing it.
yeah.
So
I mean, do you feel like that's something that happens a good bit at a beginning of a shift or like the end of a shift, or is like, hey, you're just a part of this as soon as you walk in the door or something?
I don't know. It's crazy. It could depend. Because like I said, I was at Sam's yesterday pumping some gas, and I ran into a sergeant of a homicide. And he was like, man, be careful out here. We already got 4 homicides already.
Shoot.
And that was at around 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's 4 homicides. So when the sun go down and it's hot, you can add another 2 or 3 more to that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We almost up there with Chicago. We may surpass Chicago this year. You know what I'm saying? Well, we ain't gonna. Well, I don't know.
Chicago,
Yeah. Chicago, they had a nice little run this year.
Oh, Chirac.
Chirac, they had a nice little run this year. So, we may not catch up with them, but we definitely gonna be in second place. We definitely be in a strong second, easily. You know, because folks killing for no reason.
Yeah.
Really, you know what I'm saying? Since this stuff.
Well, I figured it'd pick up because of like all the protests and everything.
Yeah, well, not only the protesting, you know what I'm saying, which I want to account that as being most of the reasons, but you know, this whole COVID-19 thing had people secluded and isolated in their homes for the past 2 months. Mm-hmm. Now you giving people freedom, and then we've been trying to give them an inch.
Yeah. But
instead of giving them an inch, like it happens everywhere, everybody taking a mile.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You've been locked down for 2 or 3 months. It's hot outside. You got kids at home getting on your nerves every day. You can go out and party. So these folks go out here, they go lose their mind. Yeah. And then the slightest little thing, you know what I'm saying? We had one lady, she got killed a couple weeks ago. A grandmother, innocent lady. All because some women was in an argument and they called up a male, and he came by shooting and hit the grandma.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Man.
Shooting last week, kid got shot. He died, and I want to say 2-year-old got hit with shrapnel over at the Sonic. You know, I think that probably even less than 2. Mm-hmm. Yeah, got hit with shrapnel, had to go to the hospital. You know, so I mean, you got crazy stuff out here every day. You know?
Yeah,
just gotta stay prayed up and check your 6, watch your 6.
Yeah. How like involved do you have to get when it comes to that stuff? Is it just like, you know, so if you have a homicide, are you just trying to track the person who did the crime and then, you know, you're done, that's it, do the paperwork, you're good? Or is it like super involved with you were mentioning like the family, being able to tell the family stuff
yeah. So like, all right, on my end, let's say I get called out to a homicide. We'll go out, we'll gather the facts. We're gathering the facts. You're going to pretty much go out and lock up that suspect. Mm. Now, I'm not being a case officer, so I won't be in contact with the family unless the family on the scene and, hey, I need to speak to them and get some more details of what's going on, or why was their loved one killed, or why would they be targeted, you know what I'm saying? Other than that, the case officer do all they go out speaking to the family and, you know what I'm saying, just tell them, hey, we got the guy or the girl that did this. But for the most part, we go out hunting every day, you know, and just boots to the ground. So
yeah,
you know,
the best, I guess, police experience I had was I was in Huntsville, Alabama, and I did a ride along with this cop, and so he was like, "All right, man, first thing we got to go do is we got to go look at some video footage," and so. It was at this apartment complex, and we were just looking at video footage, and apparently some guy had pulled out like an AK out of his trunk, and they just wanted to, you know, get facial recognition, see who it was, stuff like that. Well, as soon as we pull up to the apartment complex, he had a Dodge Challenger that he said that had too dark a tint on it. So he's like, I'm gonna run the plates right quick, see if the guy's got warrants or something like that. So while he's doing that, somebody's like running, yelling. They're like, "Hey, come here, come here!" And so I was like, so he goes to check it out, and apparently there was like a domestic violence case where there was a guy and a woman arguing. I can't remember if she had a child or if she was pregnant. I don't remember. But he goes upstairs, and I just stay downstairs, and he just pulls his taser out on the guy and tells him to get on the ground. And then the guy gets down, he handcuffs him, brings him down the stairs, and the guy was like upset. Like it seemed like he was about to cry. I can't remember if he did or not, but he knew that he shouldn't have been there because I think he had, I don't know if it was like a restraining order or what, but he shouldn't have been there. And the cop was like, "Look, man, I don't want to do any kind of like crazy paperwork or anything like that. So look, I'm gonna tell you, you know, just don't come around here again. You know, you're not supposed to be here." And it was like, you know, very civil, very cool. And I was like, that was my first eye-opening experience of how much control a cop it really has.
Oh yeah.
Because like they could, as we've seen bad situations where a cop just shoots people, and then there's situations like what I experienced where that cop just like, hey, I don't want to have to do extra work, and I don't, even though he knew the guy because he had a past like run in with him, but he was like, and I know you're a good guy, you just do some stupid things, so just, let's just end it this way, and that way you're not. I don't have to do extra work, and you're not in jail.
You ain't going to jail,
and somebody's having to bail you out, and you're in that situation. Yeah, I think it's, I don't know. That's the side of cops I wish people could see.
Man, you would be amazed how many people get breaks. You know what I'm saying? You would be amazed how many people get breaks, but all they want to publicize is the negative.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. But if you had people to come forward and actually say, "Hey, this officer cut me a break when this happened, and I knew I should have went to jail, or I knew I should have got a ticket." You know what I'm saying? Then I think it wouldn't be so much negativity towards all officers. You know what I'm saying? You had negativity towards the bad apples out the bunch instead of the whole bunch. But everybody looking at that one bad seed and passing judgment on officers as a whole, when you actually got a lot of good officers out there compared to the bad. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Is it bad officers? Yes. It's bad officers. I ran into bad officers before I even got on the department. And those bad officers almost had me looking at, man, do I really want to be a police officer? You know what I'm saying? But I had to go back and talking to my mom. She was like, you can't let one bad apple out the bunch determine your future. You know what I'm saying? And she said you could be that one officer that do some good and have people looking at officers in a positive light. Yeah. So I took that and ran with it. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we all got family out here. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna run into the police, whether you like it or not, at some point in your life. Yeah. Whether you taking your kids to school, whether you going to work one morning, you get stopped for a ticket. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Your neighbor's too rowdy. You and your spouse get into it. You and your kids get into it, and somebody got to make a scene. Hell, you could have some stolen. You know what I'm saying? You're going to run into an officer. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to think about that and say, damn, are they going to pass judgment on me before I get here? Or you got the typical mom that when they kid be bad, I'm gonna see you with the police officer, and then that kid gonna grow up being afraid of the police and hating the police because mama said you go on him if you bad. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Which that ain't right. You know what I'm saying? Hey, come meet this nice officer. You know what I'm saying? Tell him what you do for a living. You know what I'm saying? Try to be positive in the community. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what we really need. You know what I'm saying? If you focus on the positive every day, you know what I'm saying, it'd be hard for people to think about the negative. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Then with a negative hit, you know what I'm saying, you'll have a more open mind, you know what I'm saying, as far as looking at that person as an individual instead of rounding them up in a group. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, even like the situation that happened in our neighborhood where the family had an argument, and I saw you went to go help out. I was like, that was crazy. I was like, this dude doesn't have to do this, but he's just choosing to do this. My coworker was out there. He was like, man, what you doing? I'm like, shit, man. She called me over. You know what I'm saying? Nah, man, don't get involved in it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah, you know what I'm saying? Because if I can diffuse it, I'm going to diffuse it. You know what I'm saying? And they came back to me last week, and everybody was appreciative of me coming over there helping them out. So, you know what I'm saying? Some folks wouldn't do it, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, if you can help somebody out, why not? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It didn't cost me nothing.
True.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't break a sweat going over there. Hey, I broke more of a sweat walking over here than I did doing it. You know what I'm saying? Shit, about the same time of day. Yeah. You know, but I guess it'll help people look at officers, you know what I'm saying, as people too. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? For them to see me out of uniform and for me to do that, then you see me every day and I'm still the same person every day. You know what I'm saying? I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
you know
for sure. Yeah, I think, just officers being able to, I guess, communicate with people, like you said, outside the uniform or even in the uniform. Yeah. Like the videos of where they got like cops playing basketball with people and stuff.
You know, when I was in uniform patrol, Man, it wasn't enough for me to stop and hang out with the kids, you know what I'm saying? We throwing football, you know what I'm saying? We playing basketball. I'm gonna try to cross somebody over, you know what I'm saying? I told him I'm gonna cross you to uniform, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna dunk on you. I'm gonna get in my truck and I'm gonna drive off, you know what I'm saying? You know, so kids look at that, you know what I'm saying? And the neighborhoods I rode on the regular, everybody knew me. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? The kids will tell you, man, he pulled up, he gonna talk you to death. You know what I'm saying? But I was always trying to spit, you know what I'm saying, positive knowledge into their minds, you know what I'm saying, and make sure they're going down the right path. You know what I'm saying? Because the same time I'm putting in this positive, you got people that's doing 4 or 5 times the same amount of energy negative. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get to the rip and run the streets, man, sell some dope, join the game, you know what I'm saying? So they looking at, man, fast money, or going out here working a 9 to 5, you know what I'm saying, bringing home the bare minimum. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But like my folks say, fast money leave fast. You know what I'm saying? I tell folks all the time, man, look, you go out there and make all the money you want selling all that dope. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I'm gonna take the dope, I'm gonna take your money, then we gonna take your freedom. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to pay it back, you know what I'm saying? Cause hey, your drugs out here, they're killing people. You know what I'm saying? People say they ain't, but you got people out here that they'll do anything for a hit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I've seen people kill themselves all for a hit. You know what I'm saying? They leaving kids behind, leaving their mom, their dad behind, you know what I'm saying? And shit, being selfish. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, a lot of this stuff, you know, it's just, I don't know, it's crazy. It's crazy time to be an officer right now. Yeah, it is. It's crazy time, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
Did you see in Atlanta where all those cops are just like, they said they walked out? It was like multiple zones.
Yeah, everybody quitting. Yeah, a lot of people across the country are quitting. You know what I'm saying? But I wish the good officers stay, and all the bad apples. You know what I'm saying? The negative officers. You know what I'm saying? The racist officers. You know what I'm saying? The officers that's out here breaking it all themselves, go ahead and quit. You know what I'm saying? Turn your badge in. You know what I'm saying? Because if I see you doing it, I'm gonna turn you in. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because like I say, I got family out here. You know what I'm saying? I want my folks to be treated equally. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna treat everybody out here equally. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you, you know what I'm saying, judging my folks by the color of their skin or how they wear their hair or the tattoos on their body. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You treat everybody equal. You know what I'm saying? And don't pass judgment, but of course, judgment pass, you know what I'm saying, profile and prejudices, you know what I'm saying, you're going to have all that, you know, so if the negatives will leave, the bad ones, if they leave, good. Yeah. You know what I'm saying, you helping me out. for real.
I'm about to move up the ranks.
Yeah, you not only that, you know what I'm saying, but shit, I don't want to be on no scene. Yeah. And you out here doing some crazy shit, and I got to reprimand you in front of the citizens, you know what I'm saying, because you going to feel like an ass, you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna feel like an ass. So we supposed to be doing the same damn thing. You know what I'm saying? We supposed to be doing something positive. You out here fucking it up for us. Excuse my language. You know what I'm saying? But nah, we ain't gonna have that. You know what I'm saying? Because like with George Floyd, all 4 of them officers, I think they got fired. Yeah. All 4 got fired. I think all 4 of them finally got charged. You know what I'm saying?
I think 2 of them got actually like murder charges, like the guy who did it, and then. Well, actually, I heard the Asian dude in that video. I heard he like fled. I don't know if that was true or not.
Man, I saw some of it, you know what I'm saying, but I try not to follow it. You know what I'm saying. I try to stay away from all this negative. You know what I'm saying. I hate it for George. You know what I'm saying. I really do. You know what I'm saying, because shit, nobody deserves to die like that. You know what I'm saying. I don't care if he was white or black. You know what I'm saying. Hell, Asian. Hell, he could have been green. You know what I'm saying. He could have been a damn alien. You know what I'm saying. You don't kill nobody for no shit like that, man. Yeah. You know, so hell, lock him up. You know, lock him up. You know what I'm saying. He looked like he didn't care. You know what I'm saying. So that's one bad apple.
Yeah, you know? For sure.
And if I was on the scene, it wouldn't even went that far. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't no way in hell you got a damn squad car right there and that man ain't in the squad car.
That's what I said. So, I was like, if he's on top of him, why didn't he just handcuff him, pick him up, throw him in the car?
But when it still started coming out, I was like, man, this is more personal than what it is. You know what I'm saying? Kind of found out they knew each other and they worked in the club together doing security. Oh. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they worked in the club together doing security. From what the news was saying. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of felt it was more personal, man. A lot of deaths not random. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them not random. Now this policing, you know what I'm saying? A lot of this well, you can't even say it's random because shit, it's a damn traffic stop, and you know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's crazy.
You know how they have like the news stories where it's like the person in the neighborhood like kills somebody. It turns out to be like a serial killer, and like, oh, he was such a nice guy. You never really hear that about cops. You know what I mean?
Nah.
Like a cop that kills somebody, and it's like, oh, he was such a nice guy. It seems, I'm not gonna say, I guess, expected, but people aren't really surprised when a cop ends up doing something like that. So, I mean, I don't know. I always said, we were talking about this on my last podcast with Dr. Brown and Dwayne, but I was saying, I don't think the police, people keep saying defund the police. I don't think they need to be defunded. I just think their money needs to be reallocated, like to training or hiring, I guess, more qualified people or something like that. Because, maybe I was listening to a story as a guy was talking about how you could take a group of Navy SEALs, and if their trainer sucks, then it's going to make that group seem like they suck. Yeah. But if you just bring a good trainer in, that'll make the group look really good. So, I mean, that's another thing, I think.
Yeah, most definitely. You got a supervisor that's giving you 30%. I mean, what you going to expect from your guys?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If I come in here and give these folks 100% every day, what you think they're going to give me in return?
Yeah.
100%, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you build that personal relationship too. You know what I'm saying? You not only your supervisor, you know what I'm saying, but you somebody you could talk to outside of work, you know what I'm saying? You build a bond with, build a relationship with. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna entice you, you know what I'm saying, and push you to want to do more. You know what I'm saying, with the proper training. But you giving half-ass shit, you know what I'm saying? You gonna get half-ass in return. You know what I'm saying? You can't go out here and think you giving a speech. Come on, guys, let's go. You go to your office while they out there giving 8 hours, and you sitting on your ass, and hey, they need you, and okay, let me come out, and you know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna work like that. You know what I'm saying? My guys out here working, I'm gonna be out there with them. You know what I'm saying? You got a problem, I'm gonna pull up with them. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you need to talk. You know what I'm saying? Talk. Hire more counselors. You know what I'm saying? These folks need some counseling. You know what I'm saying? Because as an officer, you see a lot of different stuff every day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I understand, people go off to war and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But you may go off to war for what, maybe a year, 2 years. You got people policing for 30, 40 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You seeing the same stuff every day, constantly and constantly.
Especially areas like Chicago and here.
Chicago and Memphis, Detroit, New York, Atlanta, Texas, you know what I'm saying? All these majorly populated cities. You know what I'm saying? You seeing this stuff every day. You know what I'm saying? These folks gonna need some counseling.
Yeah.
I understand you got debriefers and things like that, you know what I'm saying? But just to see a counselor, you know what I'm saying? Or hey, here's a couple days off, paid days off. You know what I'm saying? Go home, relax. You know what I'm saying?
How many days off do you get?
2. I get 2 off days a week. Work.
Oh no, I meant like vacation. Yeah, vacation days.
So
I was like, what, 2 days?
Nah, you're like, how many days you get? Shit. I got vacation time saved up, but this the kicker right here. So vacation time saved up, but during Corona, you had to have an approved vacation. Your vacation could only be so many miles or so minutes away from Memphis and Shelby County limits.
Wow.
Some vacation times were actually taken away. When the protest kicked in, nobody could take a vacation.
Dang.
All vacations went on hold. Then it got to the point to where they start buying vacation time back.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, you can't use it. We might as well buy it back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
do y'all do it like a January to December like time frame? That's how you like accrue
you got a year. Yeah, you got a year from your hire date.
Okay.
So if you don't burn that vacation time up in a certain time, you lose it.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So
in the military, we had 30 days.
Okay.
So
it depends on how long you had on.
Oh.
Yeah, it go by your time on. As your time gets greater, you get more hours to vacation time. You know what I'm saying? So,
do you know what the most is?
Man, I don't even keep up with that. I'm out here working. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to run the check up. You know? So, I don't know. I got vacation time on the books. I think it's about 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks.
Oh, okay.
You know, maybe a month for somebody that's been on for like 20, 30 years.
I think in my job right now, I think the most you can get is 5 weeks. Yeah.
My son got me beat.
Yeah, I think the most we got is like 5 weeks, and that's for I think you have to be at Owens Corning for like 20 years or 25 years, like what you were talking about. So, I mean, it's a big transition from when I was in the military, where you get 30 days from day one.
Oh yeah. Nah, it ain't like that with us. Shit, you get maybe, I think, 8 hours here, 8 hours there. Then you add sick time in, you get accumulated time. You know, so I mean, it's pretty cool. It all work out.
Yeah.
Can't complain. You know, if I had to do it all over again, would I be an officer? Yeah. You know,
You think you stay with the current position that you started out in, or do you think you do something different, like a different, you know, what is it like? So you can be a city cop, a sheriff, state trooper.
Yeah, probably would have went federal. You know what I'm saying? I would have tried to go to the feds first. Just because the benefits, the federal government got better benefits than local agencies. You know what I'm saying? Period.
So how do you start out as
and the pay?
federal?
Well, you can start out coming straight out of college. You know, you got guys now coming out of college that actually intern with some of these agencies during college, and they get hired straight in. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you got a degree in a area that they really focus in and looking for, like pretty much anything with like computers. You in the door. Speaking a second language, Arabic. You in the door. Military background. You know what I'm saying? You pretty much gonna be in the door because they look at it as like you don't have to train these folks as much as you would a civilian off the streets. You know what I'm saying? They already got some kind of sense of, you know what I'm saying, what they gonna do when they go in. You know what I'm saying? Even, you know what I'm saying, tactic wise, knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got a master's degree. You really got to teach them much, you know what I'm saying? They learned that in school, you know what I'm saying? That's why they got their master's degree, because they learned it. Oh, excuse me. He killed me. Man, it's just a matter of showing them how to do it, you know what I'm saying? How to do it, how the agency like it done, you know? But for the most part, man, they self-sufficient. You know what I'm saying? And really, that's like a lot of jobs these days. They'd rather hire somebody with experience versus somebody with a degree.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For the simple fact, they got experience. You ain't got to train them. You ain't got to pay to train them. You know what I'm saying? You got somebody coming in with a degree that don't know how to do the job.
Yeah.
You got to pay to train them, and you going to have to pay them for their degree. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay them for their education.
Yeah.
You know, people with the education already, they can go straight into the federal government because they specialize in whatever area they need already. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of got one up, you know. But if I could have did, I would have went federal out the gate. Just boom, sign me up. Then you do your 20, 25 years.
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna retire, but I'm gonna get a retirement check from the federal government.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go work another little part-time job, little part-time gig to keep a couple checks rolling in, so I don't grow old. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Go out here and see the world. You know what I'm saying? So at the same time, bring a little check in. You know, every couple weeks. You know.
Man, so we were talking about that the inflatables thing the other day, and we were just talking about having good ideas and whatnot. And me and Rachel,
man, I'm telling you,
we were sitting on the couch yesterday, and I was like, you know, they should create a service where, like, so you know, you have a baby, and the baby, you know, within 1 year, they probably change clothes 1,000 times because they're getting bigger. I was like, they need to create a subscription service to where, like, they, you know, you pick the clothes, and then, like, you know, as your baby, you just keep paying every month, and then they send you clothes based off of your child's size. And I looked that up, and it was like, there's some company called like Kid Picks or something like that that's similar to it. And I was like, that's bad.
Now I seen that on Facebook. I think it's not with kids, but it was like adults. Like you pick out some clothes or something, and they just You know, with this whole COVID thing, man, a lot of people come up with some good ass ideas.
People
you know
getting
what I'm saying?
creative.
Yeah, very creative, and it's selling.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's something out the norm, and it's something like, oh damn, I should have thought of it. You know what I'm saying? I could actually use it. Damn, I need that. You know what I'm saying? Sign me up.
Yeah.
You know, so
People with the mask.
Yeah, exactly. The mask taken off. My dad, he a tailor. You know, and he was making a mask. He was making masks for a guy. And I think my dad charged him like $10 or $15 per mask. The guy sold them for $45 or $50.
Oh my God.
Man, inflation.
Oh my God.
Inflation. Now where they sell it, I don't know. But yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah. Mask taken off, but like they had like the filters and everything in them, so it wasn't just the typical little
Like surgical mask.
surgical mask like that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he made them for excuse me, $10 or $15 and sold them for like $45 and boom, rolling out the gate. Yeah. Let me see what else and took off.
Did that the chick you were showing me the other day with the cakes? Like, did she say that if it was like progressing since COVID or?
Nah. She been selling like that for years now. You know what I'm saying? She been selling for years. Matter of fact, her numbers probably went down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Just for the simple fact that people buying so much fruit and buying so much groceries, it's kind of hard for her to get out there. But even before then, like, man, she was rolling.
Yeah.
Like, rolling. So, you know, big hats off to her. You got other women out here. You know, women in general, they out here getting it.
Yeah.
You know, the fellas, we need to step up. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I ain't gonna lie, fellas, we need to step up. You know, because the women out here, they really out here, they out here hustling, they grinding. You know what I'm saying? I love to see that. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, a lot of folks would have took this time to relax and, I ain't got to go to work, I ain't got to do this, I'm gonna sit home and, you know what I'm saying, drink and smoke and play video games all day and talk on the phone or get on Facebook, social media.
Yeah.
And I mean, people just staying busy. You know what I'm saying? Hell, even people in the neighborhood out here walking every day. You know what I'm saying? Like I seen y'all walking like every day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shit, I got my ass out and walked a few times, you know what I'm saying, till I had to get back to work and start back grinding. But you know, I was real proud of people, you know what I'm saying, in general, around here in Memphis and shit, because for the simple fact that everybody didn't just sit on their ass, you know what I'm saying, and expect the handout. People out here trying to get it.
Yeah.
For real, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, it's showing. You know, every time I go down social media feeds, you know, you got somebody out here selling something, and it's something legit. You know what I'm saying? And then the product that's half-assed, you know what I'm saying? You can tell they put some time into it, they put some thought into it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got friends that open up businesses, friends started businesses. You know what I'm saying? You know, from, like I say, lawn care to car washing and pressure washing, cakes. Folks make drinks, bounce houses. I know folks that got their cleaning companies going. Let me see.
There's just so much stuff.
Yeah,
man.
it's a lot.
Some people just make excuses. But it's like,
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? You got folks like this making excuses, you know what I'm saying, that know stuff and it can do this and can do that, you know what I'm saying, being lazy, but for the most part, man, people out here getting it, you know what I'm saying? And I love it, you know what I'm saying, because shit, you would have thought a lot of people been out here expecting a little check for unemployment. It's like, hell nah, you know what I'm saying? Shit, I'm finna get out here. And they bring it home, man, way more than that. You got businesses starting up every other day down in Memphis. You know what I'm saying? I love to see that. You know what I'm saying?
a good bit closed.
Yeah.
A good bit of restaurants have been
Oh,
closed.
yeah. Matter of fact, restaurants, shit, a lot of food trucks. Man, a lot of people get into food trucks now. Yeah. If you like food trucks, go down there to the food truck park.
There's a food truck
It's a food truck park. It's at Old Getwell in Winchester. Well, Getwell in Winchester, right off the Vaddock. If you get off on Winchester, hang a right. If you go back to the left, you going to the Pony.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Don't go to the Pony, hit that right. You know what I'm saying? Then I think they do food truck downtown on Thursdays. from like 11 to 2 o'clock.
Okay.
And there'd be a million food trucks out there. Now, I don't know if they're going to be doing it right now. Excuse me. For the simple reason that Corona then came out and been kicking ass, you know what I'm saying? But check out the food trucks. A lot of people getting these food trucks and people can cook.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it just ain't no typical hot wing food truck either. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, you got some, but you got guys out here this man going above and beyond the call of food, you know what I'm saying, that you can, you know, serving great product and shit. That's why their lines are long. That's why I got fat. You know what I'm saying?
Have you been toward the it's the market that's in Cordova, the store, the market. I think it's
Farmers Market.
Yeah, the Farmers Market.
Yeah, Farmers Market.
There's a food, like a pink,
Mexican food truck.
Yeah, have you been to that one?
Nah, man, I'm gonna tell you a crazy
I always
story.
wanted to go. I haven't gone.
Nah, I'm gonna tell you what happened one night, man. I don't want to ruin y'all experience. You know what I'm saying? Look. I was working midnights one night out here, and I pulled on that parking lot, and I was sitting there for a second, and I was facing the food truck, and my lights were on, and shit, man, it was like 1 or 2 o'clock that night. I see something running across the parking lot. And I'm looking like, what the fuck is that? You know what I'm saying? So I squint a little bit harder. It's a damn rat. Running up under the food truck. And then he disappeared. So I was like, shit, nah, I ain't never eating that. You know what I'm saying? And every time I see that damn food truck, I think about the little rat. The little rat running up under there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, nah, man. But see, the thing is, they have a nice line.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The line be packed. But I'm just like, nah, man, I seen that rat.
I'll pass.
You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, you probably got rats running around these other establishments, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But shit, to see it in person,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? In person, you see a damn rat, man, right up under the. I tell you, you see how big the parking lot is.
Yeah, yeah.
The rat could have been over there at SunTrust Bank. It could have been at Abner's. Hey, it could have been at Walgreens. Nah, it's at that little food truck right there by the Farmers Market. I said, nah, I can't do it. I can't. More power to y'all, man. I can't do it. You know, but hey, don't let that deter you. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, it's been a few years ago, actually. You know,
that's still.
I don't know, but still, you know what I'm saying? See a rat.
But still.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's like you going to McDonald's and you seeing like a cockroach.
Yeah, yeah.
Or some shit at that location. Now, you may go to another McDonald's. You're going to still have that in the back of your mind. But for you to go back to that same McDonald's, you ain't going to do that too fast. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Shit, some of y'all might. You know what I'm saying? But nah, I can't do it. So every time I see that food truck, I just got that little image of that rat running up under the damn food truck and he disappeared.
That's,
you know what I'm saying?
That's something hard to break out of.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm afraid of rats.
Dude, I don't do snakes. Me and Rachel.
Hey, that's what I was going to say. I'm afraid of rats, but I got a snake.
Me and Rachel were at Shelby Farms.
Yeah.
And so we were just walking through the forest, and she was trying to go toward the water.
Yeah.
And as soon as she like goes around to she's a good bit ahead of me, probably like 10 feet or more ahead of me. And she like made a sudden foot movement. And then all I see is this black thing just slithering away, and it was pretty thick too.
Damn.
And I was like, "Nope." I turned around and walked off.
Was it like in the evening time when the sun was out?
Yeah.
He was laying out basking in the sun, you know what I'm saying? And y'all walked up on him or her and startled them, you know what I'm saying? But you gonna have a lot of snakes out this time of year, you know what I'm saying? Just because they cold blooded, they gonna be out here in this heat.
Yeah.
I done ran across a couple in the yard over here. I done been out fishing and ran across a couple of them, laid out basket in the sun. I done kicked a couple of them, you know what I'm saying? So,
Oh my God, dude.
and hell, I got one at the house.
And what kind of snake is it?
I got a red tail boa constrictor. And she right now is about 10 feet.
10 feet.
About 10 feet. I need to feed her.
God.
She was looking at me funny the other day. Hell, she ate about a month. And with it being hot, you can probably count that as like a month and a half almost. So I'm gonna feed her probably. I ain't gonna say probably. I'm gonna feed her tomorrow. I'm gonna go get a rabbit tomorrow. She on rabbits now. So
How big's the rabbit?
man, like 2 pounds.
Really?
It ain't nothing huge, you know. 2 pound rabbit.
Now, do you need like good quality food? You know what I mean? For like the snake, because you can't.
Yeah,
I'm assuming you can't just like go find a rabbit, trap it.
Nah. I mean, a rabbit, it would probably be cool. Mm-hmm. You know, but at the same time, you know, tell them what kind of disease they got.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, snakes, they do come from the wild.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, living in the wild, they gonna have those types of issues out there that they would being out there versus being in captivity.
Correct.
Of them eating, you know what I'm saying, healthy food. So all my shit comes from a pet store. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I ain't getting none of these rats out here, none of these mice, no rabbits. And I seen a rabbit the other day when I was bush hogging some grass out there in Fayette County. But hey, I'm gonna get the rabbit for myself. You know, but I get all my rabbits from the pet store. I get all my rats from the pet store. You know, because when you get them from the pet store, they a whole lot cleaner. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? If they had any parasites on them, I buy mine frozen. All the parasites, they're gonna be dead by the time I get them to them. You know what I'm saying? Versus you get them something live, and they could have had some mites on it, or you know what I'm saying, they could have had some kind of disease, and that disease got passed on to your pet. Then in turn, you got to go to the vet and spend $500-$600. You know what I'm saying? Your pet might not make it.
Jesus.
Nah, I keep going to the pet store getting good quality food, like you say. So,
man, yeah. I mean, like snakes, they're, you know, I would assume they're easy to take care of.
Oh yeah, shit, yeah, man. It's a whole lot easier than the dog. So when I first got her, you'll feed her like once a week. Mm-hmm. The older they get, the less you feed them. So it go from a week to a month, depending on how big of food you give them. A rabbit, man, I had rabbits that last a damn near a month and a half. You know what I'm saying? In the summertime, you probably feeding her every month, every 3 weeks to a month. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But you give her a bigger rabbit, man, that thing will last her for a while. You know what I'm saying? Make sure she got water.
Yeah.
And keep her cage clean, and you good.
How big's the cage?
6 feet by 2 feet by 2 feet. Me and my dad built it. If I sold it right now, I could probably get at least $500-$600 for it easily.
For the
cage.
Oh my god!
The glass alone cost me $100. It's I think a 1/4 inch tempered glass. Yeah, like the glass they put in like a windshield or something.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? With it being so big, back in when she was smaller, she used to hit the glass, and the glass on like the little aquariums, it's like a window pane. It shatter easy into the large jagged edges.
Dang.
Nah, she hit that tempered glass, it's just gonna speckle up like a car windshield. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And she ain't getting out there too fast. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you gotta if you want something right, you gotta pay for it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta pay to play. And I had enough instances in the past where she would get out on the regular. So I built something I knew she couldn't get out.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That is terrifying.
Yeah. Man, my snake was getting out like once a week when I was staying back at the house. My mom would be like, "Hey, the damn snake out again." I'd be like, "Okay, all right." And luckily, she was in a room by herself because I had a dog, and you know what I'm saying.
Jesus.
A lot of folks want to know who would win between the snake and the dog. Man, I think the dog would take the snake. You know what I'm saying, but she had put up a good fight with her being 10 feet.
Yeah.
So,
dang.
Yeah.
There's this. I don't know if you've seen this guy, but he's like a younger white dude, and he's got a kind of like a corny personality, but he basically he'll go to like certain places and like handle their snakes for them. Like he'll bathe them, like put them in water and stuff like that. And I've just found his YouTube, just like stumbled upon it. But that dude, he's crazy because
What's his name?
I can't think of what his name is. I have to actually let me see if I can find it. But what he does is pretty cool. Like he even messes with a bunch of like poisonous snakes.
I knew you gonna say some venomous shit. He crazy as hell.
Let's see, Chandler's Wildlife.
Nah, I don't know.
That's
Chandler.
the name of his channel.
Chandler taking a chance doing this shit.
Yeah, he'll be like, "Oh man, this snake is so beautiful." It's, you know, he'll be talking about it's. He'll deal with a lot of cobras, and I'm like, dude, no.
Nah.
And then there's some videos where the cobras would be like pissed off at him.
Like, should I be pissed off too, man?
No.
Crazy. Then see the thing, you get bit by them types of snakes, you gotta have anti-venom on site. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got no anti-venom on site. You gotta get rush yourself to the hospital then you gotta tell them, oh, I got bit by this certain snake, and you gotta make sure they had an antivenom. If they don't have the damn antivenom there, you gonna have to go somewhere else. Nah, I ain't.
You better not be by yourself.
Exactly.
Because if you gotta drive yourself to the
exactly. If you make it out the house,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shit, you could be pulling out the damn driveway and
done.
you know what I'm saying, croak over, you know what I'm saying? So nah, my snake, she non-venomous. She like I said, she come from a constrictor family, so they squeeze you to death, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Man, so what got you into having a snake? Was it just you always were fascinated?
Man, I've been fascinated with animals since I was a little boy.
Really?
I done had snakes, lizards, dogs. Shit, I done had a couple praying mantis before.
Really?
Yeah, praying mantis. I done had 2 or 3 iguanas, about 4 or 5 snakes. Damn, what else? Dogs. I almost got a caiman, an alligator.
Really?
Yup. Mm-hmm. I was dating a chick. Her dad could have got me a lion if I wanted one. Yeah. A lion or a tiger or some shit like that, like Tiger King and all that. Yeah, I would have been a real Lion King. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my god.
Yeah. But I don't know what it is. I don't know what it was about animals, man. I wanted some fish. If I was gonna get some fish, it was gonna be some piranhas. You know what I'm saying? I can't get none just cute and color. You know what I'm saying? Nah, that's defeating the purpose. You know what I'm saying? Cause that shit gonna be boring. You know what I'm saying? So let me see. My dogs, man, they been from pit bulls, German shepherds, Rottweilers, Chows.
Dude, Chows are nasty.
Yeah, we had a female name was Grace. And you better say your grace before you try. That's about, man. To this day, I'm gonna say like 3 or 4 years ago, we had people come by my mom's house saying, "Man, y'all still got that chow." I remember we would stick our hand in the gate and she'd bite us. And this was like 20, 25 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When I was young, shit, maybe even younger than that. No, that child, she was some vicious boy. She was,
That's crazy.
Yeah, she was something. I mean, she was cool till you pissed her off. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? She done growled at me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, Rachel's. So I had a part lab, part chow when I was a kid, and then he barked and growled at me one time after I got out of my great uncle's vehicle. So it was a vehicle he didn't recognize, and then so when I got the vehicle, I became a person he didn't recognize. Yeah. And then he just like started chasing after me, and I was like running and screaming. I was like 8 years old, and then Rachel's grandfather has a full chow, and it looked pretty similar to the dog I had, and I was like, oh, that must be a chow. And then as soon as like we started coming close to it, it was going crazy, and I was like, yeah, that's a chow.
That's a chow for you. Yeah. Speaking of unrecognizable vehicles, my cousin, he came over one day. My pit bull now, he bit him. Cause like he seen him before, but he pulled up by himself or something he ain't recognizing me in, and you just reaching your arms in the back of the truck. Like you just gonna take this with you?
No.
Yeah, he took his hand. Yeah.
Dang.
I done got bit. Shit, I got bit at work.
Really?
I got bit right here. I had a hold of my leg.
By like
it was a
somebody's
girl.
dog?
Yeah, she was walking the dog, believe it or not. Kind of found out the dog bit everybody in the damn trailer park too.
Dang.
For the most part. And
that's one of those things like when you're talking about letting people slide, that's a thing cops might do.
Yeah. The dog bit me and shit, didn't want to let go. It was half lab and half pit. Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah. I done ran across a couple of those. But that one,
yeah.
Man, he bit at least 10 people in that damn trailer park.
Whew.
And the pound kept releasing him.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I would figure the pound would. I mean, at that point, they should put him down.
Yeah, that dog dangerous to society.
Yeah, I mean, especially when my dog did this to me.
Yeah,
they were like, we're gonna put this dog down, and it didn't take long for them to make that decision.
Well, it was a pit bull though.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
They were making that decision based off of they're super full. They said that they don't hold dogs long around the Memphis area.
Nah, hell nah, dog. He may get 24 hours if that. Yeah, I was at the chick house the other day, working a case, and she said she turned her dog in. I know that dog got killed. They put that dog down within a matter of maybe a day, 2 days. Hell, he bit like 15 people. Yeah, yeah. You know, it's cool to have these dogs, but at the same time, like you gotta train them right and be social. Not saying that yours wouldn't, but these dogs out here biting 15, 20 people, like some gotta give. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause you gonna run across the wrong person that's gonna get bit, and man, they gonna want to come back and retaliate. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be careful with that. You know, then shit, you get sued these days. You know what I'm saying? Everybody suing folks for a little check.
Yeah.
You know, I don't care if it's $50.
They want something. Yeah, that's like our dog when he did that. That was, I'm pretty sure that was the first time. Yeah, that was the first time he had ever bit anybody. So for him to his first time to ever bite anybody, he did that. That was pretty crazy. Yeah. But yeah, I mean dogs, they're great companions. But
you definitely got to watch them. You know, like I said, Al Chow. You know what I'm saying, man? Ooh, yeah. She was something crazy, you know, but she wouldn't like that with everybody. Like, you could come inside the house and be cool, and she wouldn't try to bite you or nothing like that. You know, it's just kids coming by the neighborhood, telling them, sticking their hand through the fence. Oh. You know what I'm saying? Calling her name and hitting on the fence, Then when she come over there, you trying to stick your hand and get it out before she nip it, you know what I'm saying? And you can't see it, but she watching you know what I'm saying? You stick it back through there in a pile, you know, so, yeah.
Well, it's been about an hour, man. You got anything for the folks?
Hour. Yeah. Man, y'all be safe out here. Drink a lot of water, you know what I'm saying? Try to pass on something positive to the next person. You know what I'm saying? And pray for one another. I think that's about it.
All right, cool.
Yeah. You know,
we got to get that other guy that you were that came to the house that does your pressure washing.
Oh yeah, my coworker.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to rap with him. He be hitting me up on Snap. He be following my fishing. He be following my fish. Tell me he wants some fish. Tell him, man, them fish cost me. You know what I'm saying? Like you charge my ass to come wash these cars, man. I don't fish for free, man.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll have to get some. I mean, you're the first cop that I've been able to have on. I wanted to get some other people on, but yeah, we'll have to get some on.
Yeah, no doubt. You know, if I got to come back, you know, just let me know. You know, it's been great out there in America. You know what I'm saying? Be on the lookout for us. Pray for us. And pray for yourselves. You know what I'm saying? I pray for you in return.
Absolutely. Well, all right then, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to America's podcast, and see you next time. Hey everyone, thank you for tuning in to the podcast. And if you would, hit the subscribe button. The subscribe button allows you to, well, subscribe to the podcast. And if you give me a like and give me a comment, well, that would help out as well. Commenting allows you to have a conversation with me, and liking it allows me to know that you actually like it. And if you dislike it, hit the dislike button twice. That's a real help out for me. So, comment, like, subscribe, and let's keep it rolling.